The Trump administration is facing a national security scandal of unprecedented proportions. Top officials, including Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, are accused of sharing highly sensitive military plans in a Signal group chat. What makes this breach even more alarming is that the chat included a journalist, Jeffrey Goldberg, editor-in-chief of. Goldberg was inadvertently added to the group by National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. The messages, authenticated by the National Security Council, contain detailed operational plans for airstrikes in Yemen. This information, typically guarded with utmost secrecy, was shared just hours before the strikes were executed. The revelation has sent shockwaves through Washington and raised serious questions about the judgment and competence of those entrusted with the nation's security. The incident came to light when published a story detailing Goldberg's experience in the group chat. Goldberg described receiving real-time updates on the planned strikes, including target locations, choice of weaponry, and attack sequencing. While the administration insists no classified information was shared, the disclosure of such operational details has raised serious concerns among intelligence and security experts. This incident represents a shocking disregard for protocol and a blatant mishandling of sensitive information. The potential damage to national security from this breach cannot be overstated. It has undermined the trust placed in those sworn to protect our nation and exposed a dangerous level of carelessness at the highest levels of government. The leaked signal messages reveal the Trump administration's casual approach to sensitive military operations. Hegseth rallies support for airstrikes in Yemen, while Vance expresses concerns about oil prices and civilian casualties. The administration's disregard for security protocols and human life is deeply troubling. This incident should serve as a wake-up call to prioritize national security. The White House response to the signal leak has been a chaotic mix of denial, deflection, and downplaying the severity of the situation. Initially, President Trump claimed ignorance of the matter, stating he was unaware of the group chat or its contents. This was quickly followed by attempts to minimize the incident, with White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany characterizing it as a minor glitch and emphasizing that no classified information was compromised. Hegseth, for his part, has vehemently denied sharing war plans in the Signal group. He accused Goldberg of being deceitful and misrepresenting the nature of the messages exchanged. However, he has yet to provide an alternative explanation for the content of the leaked messages or his presence in a group chat with a journalist. Other administration officials have echoed these denials, insisting that the Signal group was used for routine communication and that the leaked messages have been taken out of context. They maintain that the administration takes national security seriously and that this incident is an isolated occurrence. However, these attempts to downplay the severity of the breach have been met with skepticism from lawmakers and security experts alike. The fact remains that highly sensitive military information, regardless of its classification, was shared on an unsecured platform with an individual outside the government. This represents a serious breach of protocol and a significant security risk. The White House's response to this incident has been inadequate and unconvincing. Instead of taking responsibility for the breach and implementing measures to prevent future occurrences, the administration has chosen to deny, deflect, and downplay the situation. This lack of accountability is deeply troubling and does little to inspire confidence in the administration's commitment to national security. The public's reaction was swift and intense. Voices from all corners of society demanded answers and accountability. Community leaders, activists, and everyday citizens united in their outrage. They called for immediate action, transparency, and justice. The pressure on officials and institutions grew by the hour, as the demand for change became impossible to ignore. As the dust began to settle, the consequences of the events started to unfold. Reputations were tarnished, careers ended abruptly, and trust in institutions was severely shaken. The ripple effects were felt far and wide, affecting not just those directly involved, but entire communities. The fallout served as a stark reminder of the power of collective action and the importance of accountability in our society. Please subscribe to our channel and like this video if you found it informative. Your support helps us bring you more content like this.